Well, hi guys, and welcome back to Nekopara Volume 1, and this is the New Year's special, so Happy New Year's everyone, and let's continue. And I've already read that, so on to the next one. It was apparent to me how dreadful an idea it was when they decided to come along. I feel like it's kind of loud, but I don't know. Sorry, Master. It's been a long time since Chocola went shopping with Master, so Chocola got really excited. Cat girls are honest, so it can't be helped. It would be nice if Master was honest too. Slip. It has nothing to do with being honest. I'm telling you, don't just put the shampoo in the basket like that. Put it back. We repent. Please, Master. We beg of you. We beg of you to buy shampoo for Chocola and Vanilla. It's sad to return to a home that doesn't have shampoo. Cat girls don't like having oily hair. He won't even buy shampoo for those cat girls? The poor things. I wonder if we should report him for cat girl abuse. Don't put on some act to confuse the customers around us. Seriously. We'd only just moved here. But suddenly, we already have disapproving glares directed at us. Going out with Master is lots of fun. It makes me want to start purring. He didn't buy us anything though. Master is such a cheapskate. I'm not a cheapskate. Besides, I nearly got reported. After that, it was the same sort of exchange at the supermarket. The whole thing was so awkward that I don't think I can visit that shopping district for a while. Well, I guess you could say that was the cute side of cat girls. Something smells really nice over there. You're right! Something smells really good, Master! It definitely does. What is this smell? I turn towards the source of it. Welcome! Would you like to try some delicious fresh takoyaki? Would you like to try some piping hot takoyaki with lots of bonito flakes on top? Wow, it's the takoyaki shop, run by a cat girl. That's pretty rare, huh, Master? Indeed, that little cat girl is cute. It was a cat girl younger than Chocola and Vanilla. She waved her tiny hands as she politely drew customers in. In human terms, she looked like she was about 12 or 13 years old. In cat years, she was about 6 months old. The young cat girl noticed us and ran over. It's an older sister cat girl, just like me, huh? Chocola is the same as you. Chocola is gonna rip your neck. Young cat girls are so innocent and super cute. They're the best. I'll pat your head. Pat, pat. I'm sorry for my cat girl. I'm sorry that my cat girl is troubling you. Oh, are you the owner of those cat girls? The owner of the food stand greeted us. Yes, I am. Ah, well, to be more exact, my little sister is their owner. They're cute and smart cat girls, aren't they? They're so courteous and well-spoken, too. Mine is still only 7 months old. Maybe when she's a bit older, she'll be a fun cat girl like these two. The food stand owner had a wry smile on her face like she was talking about a mischievous child of hers. At a glance, it would be understandable that seeing a young cat girl made it easy to overlook these things. Mine were originally strays, so I don't actually know how old they are. The veterinarian said that they were twins and were now about 9 months old. My little sister is actually quite the education freak. Back then they were really noisy, but it was all worth it. Sagiri-chan really taught us well. She said we grow up to be good cat girls if we listen to her. Shigure was tough on us, but thanks to her, we learned a lot. Really? What a wonderful owner you have. Ah, but master is master. And Shigure-chan is Shigure-chan, right, master? In other words, Shigure is an important friend. And when we say master, we are referring to master over here. You're a very well-loved master, aren't you? Well, I am grateful. She lightly nudged me with her elbow. I responded with an embarrassed, forced smile. Hearing this kind of stuff in public sure was embarrassing. Little cat girl, why don't you look up a bit? Up? Like this? An opening. Rub, rub, rub. Rub, rub, rub. The three of them were getting along very well. The food stand owner looked fondly at them from nearby. My cat girl was a stray too. On a day just like this, while I was selling takoyaki, she came up to me with an empty stomach. I took her home, and she's been like a daughter to me. She's even able to help me with the shop now. Humanoid cats were all the rage, but they're many times more difficult to take care of than regular cats. Her words seemed tinged with blame and worry. She grumbled, letting out a sigh. Not that long ago, it wasn't rare to see stray humanoid cats just wandering throughout town. But now, it was more likely for one to see humanoid cats that were well loved by their owners. Since the amount of unfortunate humanoid cats had decreased, there was more of a balance and owners were quite elated. I am really disgusted with those who don't understand the responsibility involved in owning cat girls. But then again, if it wasn't for them, I'd have never found my cute daughter. It was a bright and honest laugh. I nodded in agreement. That is true. This must be like This must be like how pets find their way back to their owners. I smiled at such an uncharacteristic thought from me. Ah, that's right! Older cat girls, would you like to try some takoyaki? It's piping hot, has a big piece of octopus in it, and is really, really tasty. Really tasty takoyaki? But we're on our way home to have dinner. Yes, Master is going to cook for us, so sorry. Chocola and Vanilla shoulders dropped downheartedly. As they hung their heads, I rubbed them from behind. I took a look at the little takoyaki seller. Okay, 3 orders of takoyaki. Can you do that for me? 3 orders? Her large eyes blinked as she tilted her head in confusion. Yeah, for me, Chocola, and Vanilla. Could you do that for me? Okay, 3 orders, right? Master, we got an order. 3 takoyaki. Master. It's going to take time to get home and make food after all. Besides, I want to try the takoyaki here too. Okay, Chocola's tummy is making big growly sounds too. Chocola is really happy. Master, you're so cool. Shigure wasn't kidding when she said a tsundere older brother is a good thing. Wait, what does that mean? Okay, please choose the topping and flavor you like off this menu here. Since you were so nice to my cat girl, I'll throw it in free of charge. Wow, thank you so much. Chocola likes them with mayonnaise on top. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so very much for your kindness. I'd like mine to be fish roe and cheese flavor. My question was completely ignored. Well, I guess I shouldn't let it bother me, huh? I wondered about that as I looked at Chocola and Vanilla, happily awaiting their takoyaki in front of the food stand. And meow. And the Pastere le Soleil. I still can't get a hold of her. Were the guests over today? When I checked the clock, it was past 10 o'clock already. Since then, I tried calling Shigure several times, but I couldn't get through to her. And just like that, I had already gotten this late. I'd never gone this long without hearing from Shigure. I really didn't understand my family's schedule at all. Master! It's been a while since we've ate together. I'll even watch your back. You have... that face. You haven't bathed with us since we've matured. Master, you pervert. You haven't even grown that much. What are you two talking about? Meow. What? Did you just say? Oh. Sagiri-chan and Sagiri-chan said that Chocola and Vanilla have already grown to be elegant cat ladies. Those words are sexual harassment. You are trampling on our dignity. Besides, this is Chocola's identity we are talking about. Vanilla, you're the one changing the subject. In any case, don't worry about the bath. You two need to get ready to go home. Get ready to go home? But isn't Chocola's home Master's home? And I belong next to Chocola. Also, Master is cool. You look strangely handsome. Thanks, I guess. Stop feigning ignorance, you two. Cut that out. The two of them looked my way, about to distract me again. Since Sagiri isn't picking up, I'll take you two home. So go get ready to leave. Chocola and Vanilla turned away from me and cast their gaze downwards. Returning home on the same day I had moved out. It seemed to be such a stupid idea that I did hesitate a bit. There was no other way. Nor was there time for excuses. I looked towards Chocola and Vanilla as they hung their heads in silence and continued. Listen up, you two. I'm going to open my bakery. I've got no one to rely on, so I don't know how things will turn out. With all that's going on, I don't know if I can take care of you two. Get it? I mean, it's already going to be difficult enough just looking after myself. No. It was a quiet voice I could barely hear. Chocola said something with her head down. What did you say? I came close and asked her to repeat herself. No way! Chocola won't go back! Chocola hates Master for saying that! What? Oh wait, hey, Chocola! I will also make great haste, or rather, I'll withdraw with the speed of a cackerel. And go in the opposite direction. Oh, wait, stop! Vanilla, why are you running away too? Come on, Master! Chocola's over here! Chocola's over here! It's dangerous, so stop running around. If you fall, you'll get hurt. It's unnecessary to worry about cat girls like that. Although we're humanoid, cat girls are cats. Maybe so in Chocola's case, but aren't you bad with physical activity? Come on. I've got you now, Chocola. Yeah, Master, you pervert. Just... I can't do it. Just, where do you think you're grabbing? Master is grabbing Chocola's chest with an iron grip. I'm not. It's because you two are running around. Yeah, an opening. Hey, stop it. You're still going to run? I've got you, Vanilla. Tickle, 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 tickle. What? Chocola, stop. Really, stop. Choco. Nice assist, Chocola. Go, go. Like I said, stop running. The two of them didn't listen to a word I said as they continued to mess with me. And that was how the first night went. And also the first chapter? No? Oh. For now, I'll let you stay, but only for tonight. I don't have guest beds or futons, okay? And she has a lot of ribbons in her hair. Or bows. Yeah, bows. While all that was happening, 11 o'clock became midnight. Even if I took them home, everyone was sure to be asleep by now. The one glimmer of hope I had, that Shigure would call me back, didn't happen. So I decided that taking them home tomorrow was my first priority. Of course we'll be sleeping in Master's bed. I will also be okay with Master's bed. Cleverly, they had even brought their pajamas. Just how much planning went into their schemes. Anyway, really, if you two sleep there, where will I? What? You're not going to sleep together with us? You tell us this late? Master is male, but he doesn't know when to give up. The sleeping arrangement should go Master, Chocola, me. Being surrounded by Master and Vanilla makes Chocola happy. Don't get ahead of yourself, you two. A single bed for 3 people is too crowded. Since we're the ones that are intruding, we're fine with here too. We can curl up and sleep like cat girls after all. We are very praiseworthy for not asking for luxuries. We're model cat girls. We'll sleep like this then. I watched the two of them lie down and curl up, or slowly disappear out of frame, on the floor of an empty room without even curtains. That's way too pitiful of a sight to be called praiseworthy. Since you just moved in, you have lots of cat boxes. Have cats on the brain now. Lots of boxes, right? Apparently, you can make us a warm shelter out of them, so we'll manage somehow. That's something only strange people would say. Where do these cat girls get their information from anyways? Well, they've probably read a lot of books and watched TV in Shiguri's room. Chocola isn't good with kanji characters, so she only reads picture books though. Whatever. You two go sleep in my bed. It still gets pretty cold at night in April after all. Where's Master going to sleep then? Next to Chocola? I'm going to sleep on the sofa in the living room. The sofa can fit one person, and there's air conditioning in there if I need it. No! If that's the case, then Chocola will sleep on the sofa. Please sleep in the bed with Vanilla, Master. I'm more relaxed on the sofa. It's better if Chocola and Master use the bed. They move quickly towards me like lions catching their prey. I placed my hands on their heads and spoke in a clear and stern voice. Listen up. I will sleep on the sofa and you two will sleep in my bed. Those are your master's orders. Understood? Master? Master? I said it like that deliberately. The two of them looked as if they wanted to say something, but they hesitated. They lowered their heads apologetically. I'm sorry, Master. Sorry, Master. They mustered out. They looked like they were on the verge of tears. Their obedience had the exact opposite of the effect I expected. It filled me with guilt. I felt a prickling sensation in my chest. That pain left me as I sighed and rubbed the two of them on the head. Come on, get going. Okay. Good night. If anything happens, call me right away. Alright. Good night, Master. Good night, Master. I gently rubbed the heads of the two dispirited cat girls once more. See you in the morning. With that said, I turned the lights off in the room. Master. Chikola is really sorry. Chikola caused you so much trouble. Her vanishing voice echoed slightly in the darkened room. The pain in my heart from before became even sharper. I swallowed that pain and replied cheerfully. It's okay if it's just for one night. Don't worry about it. Master. Now then, go to sleep. I really shouldn't act on my emotions, huh? I lay down on the sofa. More like collapse. I sighed while staring at the ceiling. If I gave in to my emotions, the result would just lead to more sadness. If I used kind or hopeful words, they would all end up in lies. It's pretty uncool of me to be so passive like this. While I continued to pile on insults and make excuses for my actions, I closed my eyes and waited for sleep to take over. If Chikola was only a blanket. There's a big difference between a blanket and something else. And back at the bakery. Regarding this situation, I want to respect Chikola and Vanilla's intentions. If Chikola and Vanilla agree with it, then I'll come and get them. Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shigure, even if you say that, I don't think Chikola and Vanilla will. By the way, Nisama, would you whisper this morning's sweet nothings to your little sister? Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any case, I'm sorry. Father is calling me, so I need to get going. I love you. I love you, Nisama. I'll talk to you later. Oh, wait, Shigure! Seriously? As the ruthless electronic buzz of the dropped call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort all this out if I could just talk to Shigure. Breakfast tastes so good. Master's breakfast always tastes good. Chikola, there's some ketchup on your cheek. It's cutely artistic. I'll lick it off. The cat girls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. These sandwiches incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. With an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of that, it was a simple meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? Is it not fun having Chikola and Vanilla around, Master? Chikola is a lot of fun, you know. With Chikola, it's a world-class level of fun. Master was really looking forward to it last night, too. Stop with the deliberately misleading words. I sat at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. The eating habits of cat girls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual cat girl. And then, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today, I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening, too. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with the sandwich in my hand. Will Chocola being around cause problems for Master? She put her sandwich down on her plate. And just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. I answered her clearly. I see. So that's how it really is. Her shoulders drooped more than before. The ears which sat atop her head drooped down hardly, too. Chocola. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. The pain from last night pricked at my heart again, and tilted the already cold coffee cup. As my emotions dulled, and impeded by my judgment. Besides, Chocola wants to be with Master. Her usually always perky ears were drooping. Chocola was speaking clearly under her own volition. If Chocola is here, then I am too. I think I want to be here too. Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. I don't remember Chocola or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That. Understood? Who's at the door now? I'm with Whirlwood. Thank you very much for your business. I'm here to deliver the tea set that you ordered. I'll bring it on into the bakery. This should be all the boxes. If everything looks to be in order, could you please sign this invoice? She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with the pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow, this doesn't look like what I ordered. Huh? Is that so? Are you saying that these aren't the correct items? No, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but I looked over the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain. It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery. I'm sorry. I'll check with the main office right away. Could you give me a few moments? I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Because of an error on our part, it appears another order got mixed in with yours. I imagine that you may be in need of these items right away, Mr. Miduki. I won't even try. So if at all possible, if you would be able to accept this order. Accept this order? Huh? From all this? The amount of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it'd be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these. But it's going to take a while to deal with all of this. Of course. I would be more than happy to help. I have to make it to my next delivery after all. Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it redelivered would take double effort too. Huh? And they're peeking out of the corner. Stare. That's right, I have a lifeline. What is it? What is it? You've really saved me, cat girls. Thank you. Thank you all so very much. Well then, I'll be on my way. I'm exhausted. I glanced at the table where we had finished organizing, lowered myself into a chair and relaxed my shoulders. Master, here's some cold tea. Please enjoy it. Thanks, Chocola. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find. And I really did need help this time. Stare. Praise me, praise me, praise me, praise me. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocola. She had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks. I couldn't have done it without you two. Yay! Vanilla! Master is praising us! Yay! Yahoo! Yes, yes, it was worth it. Yes, yes, it was worth it. Watching the shadows, you did well. Watching from the shadows. Chocola was helpful, right, Master? Right? It's difficult for Master to work alone after all. Right? Right? Yes, yes. Assistance from a cat girl is definitely effective. If we weren't here, I imagine you'd still be sorting boxes. Hey, you two are getting a bit too close. They leaned forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could have asked you two to work for me or anything, okay? Is that so? Chocola guesses it's no use then. Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened. Since we're here anyways, Chocola guess she'll go clean up. She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Chocola isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy. But even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was all the more with how much she cared for me. Oh, there's paw prints all over. I just noticed. Is it that much of a bother for us to be here, Master? Are we bad cat girls? You spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked that question. You two aren't bad cats, and that's why I can't have you stay here. We can't stay even though we aren't bad cats, girls? It's because you two are good cat girls that I can't allow it. Hmm? She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard. Humans are hard to understand. Cat girls do not understand such things. If we like a human, we want to be near them. At the very least, that's how I feel. Vanilla. I will go check on Chocola. With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small... Sorry, there's like an ant on my desk. Did I get you? I think I did. Well, anyways, the sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long, I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself, I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier. And yeah, Master, I broke Master's cup. Let's just say the cup broke it by itself. Wow. I'm vanilla. Like they're gonna believe that. Huh? That takoyaki seller isn't here today. Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two cat girls home. I had also happened to leave the house key behind. So to make good use of time, I went to do some shopping before Shigure got home. Huh? So sorry, Vanilla. What was it called? Catnip? That sounds about right. That isn't the right word at all. Chocola, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit? And so she meant catnap. Okay. Maybe a little bit. No, Chocola is fine. Sorry to worry you, Master. There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit? In that case, I will go buy something to drink. Thanks. Something for everyone, okay? Understood. Leave it to me. I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocola. And that sad face again. The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocola. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly. Chocola, we'll go home. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocola's head. Is it alright if Chocola calls you sometimes, Master? Yeah. Would it be alright to go visit you as well, Master? Yeah. Master, Will you be sure to think about us every day? Is it alright for Chocola to still call you master? Even if Chocola is far away from you? Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will. Master! Chocola is sorry. Master! I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocola's head for the 100th time as gently as I could. You really are kind, aren't you, Master? I don't really think I'm that kind at all. You said the same thing before, didn't you, Master? Before? Chocola closed her eyes and smiled. Do you remember when Chocola and Vanilla were taken home by Master and Suguri-chan? Of course I remember that. And flashback? Yeah. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocola and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young. They couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small, cold bodies and took them home with me. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. Well, more of a reminiscent than a flashback. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home. We were scared back then because we were in an unfamiliar house with people and cat girls we didn't know. You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shigure. Yes, we really did worry her. I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the past. Do you remember when Chocola and Vanilla had a fever too? I definitely do remember that. It was a few days after we brought Chocola and Vanilla home. Aw, you're so adorable. At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnutrition and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. They both developed high fevers and were in pain. No one had realized it that night. But we felt so much pain, anguish, and loneliness. We couldn't speak or move our arms or legs at all. All we could do was cry and cry, as we kept hoping for someone, anyone, to come and save us. And then... It's alright. I'm with you too, so don't worry. With your big warm hands, you gently rubbed our heads, Master. You kept saying, don't worry, as you stayed by our side. And continued to stroke and comfort both chocolate and vanilla. When morning came, you took us to the hospital. You were always by our side. We felt so anxious and helpless. It felt like it was all just lies to us. Back then, you said the same thing. That you didn't think you were being kind. But if Master hadn't saved us, Chocolate and Vanilla wouldn't be here now. Back then, if Master wasn't by our side, we still wouldn't be able to trust anyone. Thanks to Master, we were able to eat again. We were able to become friends with Shigure-chan and everyone else. That's why, from that day forward, Master became Chocola's master. It was that day forward that Chocola began loving her kind master, you know? I wish that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me. That's why, when Chocola hears that Master won't be around anymore, Chocola couldn't do anything else but want to go with Master. So Chocola begged Shigure-chan. She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm. But there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocola. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name. Chocola guesses cat girls don't really understand when it comes to money and other complex things. Still. No matter what, Chocola wants to be by Master's side. When Master is having a tough time or is in trouble, somehow, Chocola just knows. Chocola just somehow does. Whether it's cleaning, doing laundry, or cooking, Chocola will do anything to help. Even if Chocola can't do it properly right now, Chocola will absolutely make sure that she'll be able to do things right someday. That's why. Would it be okay to ask for one more favor? Chocola wants to be with Master. Chocola voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocola, if you could be with me. I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly, for her to so innocently believe in me. There should be no reason for me to be against it. That day, Chocola and Vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simply selfish for just leaving home like that. I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selflessness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. You two are important to me, after all. We are cat girls, so we're honest with ourselves. My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat at Chocola's side. For me, as long as it's fun, I am fine being with Chocola. Even if there are hardships, I think I am fine being with Chocola. After all, it's much more lonely and painful when we can't be together. Vanilla. If we really love you, then even if it's troublesome, we want to be with you. That is a reason to want to be with you. Stuff like whether we'd be happy or not. Even though you're our master, don't you think it's wrong for you to decide that? Besides, when a person important to us is in trouble, that's more reason for us to want to be by their side. We don't know what we can do, but in tough times, we can at least be by your side to cheer you up. That we can do. It was as if her gentle, warm, and soft smile had become the setting sun. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart. That is probably why Shigure let us follow you, Master. Since Shigure can't go with you, she asked us to go in her stead, Master. That is why, if Master really cares about us, then I believe we should be with you. There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. There were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocola and Vanilla's happiness? Only those words continued to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty. Even if we lived a worry-free life, we would hate it if Master wasn't around. No matter how difficult, Chocola wants to be together with Master. That's why Chocola begs you to allow us to be by your side, Master. This is where Chocola wants to be. She was on the verge of tears, but Chocola's face lit up. They were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to cat girls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do. Master, does that mean? Master, does that mean? It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like. Got it? Yes, that won't be a problem. Chocola is happy as long as Master is here with her. Well, Master has finally surrendered. Sometimes people say they hate what they actually love, right? The dreary moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought it was all still so immature, perhaps cat girls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together. Of course! Jacola is right. Is all right, even if we don't have fatty tuna for dinner every night. Just occasionally is good enough. For me, A4 grade is fine as long as it's Matsuzaka beef. Fatty meat is the best. Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain. I lovingly rub their heads, disheveling their hair. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then? Huh? Why is that? Aren't you done with shopping already? We have to go buy that shampoo you guys liked, don't we? Oh, Master's so cool. While we're at it, let's buy some Matsuka beef. Well, today is a celebration, so why not? Yay! A celebratory party! Master is so generous, as expected of our master. Just this once, okay? This was the beginning to a bright new life. And together with the happy and high-spirited Jacola and Vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. That was only the opening? You didn't even get to the chapters? Jeez. Because apparently there's achievements for each chapter. This is probably a really long game then. Well, I think I'll stop here for now, and I hope that intro wasn't copyrighted, but it probably was. But anyways, bye for now, guys, and Happy New Year's again, and thanks for watching. I'll be playing some more of this game later on. And so I hope you will continue watching this playthrough of mine. So bye for now, guys, and thanks for watching again.